back out fishing, middle of February, and it is absolutely glorious. Check that out there. I'm out for 48 hours, and this time we're at Norton Disney on Turner's Lake. This is Peg 8, and you can see the whole lake from here, so this is a really good option. So sat in the swim for a bit, chatted to the lad who was fishing it previous. He'd not actually had anything. He'd fished for 24 hours, but he's not been on zigs, he's not been on solid bags, and for me, zigs at this time of year, they can't be ignored. So obviously caught one out on a zig, one on a solid bag, just one on a normal hair rig bottom bait, fluorocarbon D rig, nothing fancy. But yeah, look at that, it is looking glorious out there. I've had a little bleep on that right hand rod as well, so fingers crossed during this 48-hour session we can sneak something out. But right, yeah, it is lovely today, it really is. Look at that, how beautiful, what a winter's day. But right, I'll spin the camera around, I'll show you where I've got them rods. Right, let's show you where I've got those rods. But yeah, look at this, look how bad the flooding is. Yeah, not bivvying up in the peg this session, that's for sure. Got the bivvy up there. But yeah, it's over a foot deep, that. And yeah, it is a challenge fishing like this. But yeah, look at that. Yeah, jag bank sticks, they're as high as they'll go. But that looks pretty smart. I like that. Pretty cool. But yeah, every single winter they struggle on this fishery with water levels. They always end up high, but they do something about it. Over in, where are we, peg 1, if you can see, there's a red overpump there, there's another one on Holden's, and as soon as they get permission to discharge into the river that runs at the back there, they do drop the levels and they are on it pretty quick. But yeah, I suppose like everywhere though, this year and back end of 2023 we've had a colossal amount of rain. It's been biblical, it's been non-stop, it really has been crazy. But anyway, that's the challenges you face at the moment coming here. Most of the swims are like this. So you want some nice long bank sticks. I could have put the rods up top, I suppose, but I just didn't fancy that. I always like them right at the front of the swim, so a bit of a faff about to get them in. But anyway, we're done. Right, left rod, that's the solid bag rod. That is cast 10 wraps to that bivvy there. Middle rod is the zig rod. Now I've got them about 3 rod lengths apart. There they are. And where are we? In out, sorry. There's a cut out there. Oh, that one blurry. That's 14.5 wraps there, and that is a nice little bit of gravel. So found that 14.5, clip the spod rod up to that, and the right hand rod I've put some spods over, brought that back about half a rod length because of the depth. We're about 16 foot there, so I'll sort of make sure when I'm spodding I'll hit the clips off, have the rod right back and forward, so I'm putting a nice spread all over. And so the middle rod, 3 rod lengths to the left of that, but you're not allowed to spot over zigs at Norton, which is a shame. But yeah, look at that, that is looking lovely out there for sure. But I'm going to stop waffling on, sit back on my bed chair and watch the water. Fingers crossed for a carp. Right, I'll check the water temperature this session. Now I know this is only in the margin, so it's going to be a damn sight colder in 16, 17 foot. But look at that, 7.3. I did not expect it to be that warm. So yeah, that has surprised me, especially with the amount of rain we've had over the last sort of 12 hours round here. That really has surprised me. And you always think 10 degrees is the magic number. And once you're with that, it's fair game for those carp and with a really, really good chance. So yeah, we're not a million miles away from the magic number. Hopefully it creeps up a bit. Might check it again tomorrow actually. It has been really, really sunny today, so it's probably crept it up a bit, sort of in the margins and whatnot. But yeah, really surprised me, that really, really has. Well, hopefully water starts warming up, them can't respond to it. Would be lovely. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how lush that looks out there. Looks absolutely beautiful. Right, get back in the bivvy, get that kettle on, and just think about having me tea. Right, one thing I like to do, zig fishing, because they're a bit of a nightmare and they do tangle if you're not careful. I like to get a foam nugget, cut that in half. There's my little black ziglet, like that. Like that. Let's just hold that together for 3 seconds minimum. That's stuck together nicely. And because that's on there, I can cast out and I can physically see as the lead, and this is travelling through the air, that there's nice separation. I can see when it hits the surface of the lake, I can see the lead land, I can see that land, and I know confidently that this isn't tangled, because that is the worst thing with zigs, them tangling. It does happen, but yeah, it's such a deadly method, zig fishing in winter, especially at Norton. I can't ignore it. I've got to have at least one rod on a zig the whole time, and if you watch my videos you'll know that I'm always zig fishing at Norton for sure. But yeah, nice little tip there. But let's get this out and fingers crossed produces a fish. That rod's gone out first time, first cast, which is always a bonus. Like I said, it was a 7-foot zig. It's the Corda zig line. I think the £11, because you've got to use, it's £10 minimum for your zig line on here. But yeah, well happy with that. And like I say, could see the separation as the bow flying through the air. I know for sure she ain't tangled, so fingers crossed. And black zigs, 7 foot in winter, they've done me quite a few fish at Norton. But look at that, look at that up there. Weather's mental. 1 minute it's chucking it down, it's biblical. Next minute seems like it's the height of summer. But yeah, what a bizarre weather we're having at the moment. But anyway, we're out fishing. It's looking good. We're here for 48, and hopefully we're going to sneak an Norton carp. Happy days. Right, the sun's setting. Been sat on that bed, looking out over that big expanse of water all day, and I've seen absolutely diddly squat. It's, yeah, they're not playing ball, they're not showing themselves at all, but that's winter carp fishing for you. I'm going to stand at the front of the swim when it gets dark and have an hour or two just stood there watching, listening, and hopefully something gives itself away and I can act on it tomorrow morning first thing. But yeah, it's looking nice out there. I would love to catch one. Caught one last month, January 24-12. I'd love to catch one this month as well. It'd be, be really, really good. But I think out of all three rods, if I was going to put money on something happening, I'd say the middle rod, the zig rod, 7 foot black zigs. I've got plenty through the night on that setup. How they managed to locate an unflavoured little bit of black foam, God knows, but they do, and it seems to pay off and work very, very well. But right, I'm gonna stop waffling. Not gonna do any more filming tonight, unless I catch one. Failing that, I'll catch back up with you in the morning. What a beautiful morning. It's 7:30. Had no action whatsoever last night. Not seen anything since I've been here. Not heard anything. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, the guys either side of me, they've not caught either. So yeah, it's fishing tough, that's for sure. But so it's 7:30. I'm going to give it till about 10 o'clock, and then I'm going to maybe change the colour of the zig, fish a longer zig, hook link, the fluorocarbon D-rig. Might change that rig to spinner rig. I don't know. We'll sit and have a think for a few hours, and then 10 o'clock ring some changes. Definitely keeping the left rod on the solid back, but I'll probably just change the area I'm sort of fishing to or something. It's all about finding them this time of year. But yeah, so I'll sit on my hands for a bit, have a coffee, watch the day wake up, and hopefully I don't have to ring any changes, and what I've been doing pays off and I catch one anyway. But yeah, we'll see. So right, stop waffling, get that kettle on. Decided to have a bit of a bait change. That's the plan of action this morning. That's a mainline fruity squid wafter, still fished on a fluoro D rig, lead clip style. Middle rod, I've decided to keep that at the 7 foot, but changed the foam over to yellow and black instead of just black. And the left rod, I'm going for a solid bag. Still going to stick with that, but I'm going to put one of the, you see that, one of these Northern Special wafters on. So yellow. So that's the plan this morning. I'm going to get this rod done, get all three done, and sit back. At least I've changed things around a bit, and hopefully it can pay off. Thing I like to do to maximise my bag attraction, a little bit of the sherbet goo, squirt that into the bag. Look at that, looks lovely. And then another thing I like to do is take the bag, dunk it in the oil. It's all about maximising the traction at this time of year. And then dip it into the cell ground bait mix. Dunk that half the bag into the, this is the CC More chorizo oil. And yeah, look at that. Maximise the traction. cast that out and it slicks up lovely, and all that ground bait's pinging up through the water column. Yeah, I do think this time of year it's very important to give your baits maximum attraction that you can. So yeah, that's one little tip I like to do sometimes through the winter months. Just what we need. More rain. Look at that. They have now got the overpump running. Not sure if you can hear that. Luckily, they do turn it off overnight, but it's nice to see they've finally got it on, and hopefully leave it on, and within a couple of weeks, as long as there's no more flooding, that water level should drop to a more manageable level, because it's been a bit of a pain sort of getting set up, having the rods down there, and the bivvy up here is getting pretty sloppy out there. And this isn't one of the bad pegs, peg 8. Some of the others sort of round pegs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 round there, it was very sloppy. You can see where people have been sort of starting off with the bivvies close to the water and moving further back as the grass and the mud's just churning up more, and it's got in a right state. So yeah, this place seriously needs some dry weather like everywhere else, and then we can all be back fishing in them pegs where we're supposed to be. But yeah, so still nothing to report, nothing to go on. I'm sort of thinking maybe me left hand rod, that's the solid bag rod, I'm actually thinking about bringing that in last light, 5 o'clock, and just slinging it out, margins, just fish close in about 4 or 5 wraps, and just see if I can pick one up in the morning, sort of that comes in and cruises around their margins. So that's what I'm thinking about doing anyway. But apart from that, I've got nothing else to go on because I've not seen anything. Nothing's giving itself away. So what do? I don't want to go over to Hodgetts and fish the Easy Lake. I sort of said to myself, I'm going to stick it out on here regardless. But yes. Right, I'm going to stop waffling on, put kettle on, and hopefully come back soon with a fish. Right, it's 5:30 now. It's not stopped raining for the last 2 hours. But yeah, nothing to report fishing wise. Left hand rod, I have redone that one. Put that fresh solid bag out, trying a little bit closer, fishing that one about 5 wraps. So yes, it's a spot I've not tried during this trip, so I thought I'd give that a go. Tried everything else to try and make it happen, but yeah, there's not a lot I can do really. I've done what I can, and fingers crossed through the night one of them rods goes ripping off. But I'm not going to do any more filming unless one of them do go ripping off. Failing that, guys, catch up with you in the morning. Look at that out there, it looks glorious. 7 o'clock in the morning. It's actually quite mild today as well. It's due to be a bit warmer over the next few days, so I've had my timing wrong with this trip, but I have to book my days off and accept the weather. Can't just drop everything and go fishing when conditions look perfect. But I'm not grumbling. It's been a nice 48 hours. It's looking like a blank, but say I post my videos, blanks, camping sessions or catching, they all get posted every trip. I can't remember the last time I did a trip and didn't post it. I don't think. Yeah, since I've been doing YouTube, every single fishing trip I've been on has been posted. So catching, camping, carping, they're all on there to keep it real, show the journey, show the challenges we're all up against, because we don't catch all the time. And I know last year I had a few blank sessions, especially on Birch, but yeah, it was tough that place last year, but I'm going to get back into it this year, and fingers crossed produces the 50-pounder I've been after anyway. That's been the target from when I set this channel up. But I'm going to stop waffling. I've got, what, 3 hours left, so there's ample time. It's prime bite time, I think, till sort of 9-10 o'clock. There is every opportunity I can get that blank saver, but I'm going to stick the kettle on and keep watching the water and just taking in the morning. Beautiful day. This is definitely a first for me on Turners. It's Wednesday and there's 3 people on Turners. Double swims free. Free. They're all free. And there's 3 of us left just in this corner here. 6, 7, 8 is taken on Turners and everything else is empty. Hodgetts is empty. I've never known it so quiet. I'm guessing it's all the rain and the fact that all the swims are underwater has certainly been putting people off, and it is rather sloppy where you're fishing. So yeah, it's not pleasant fishing in this, but hopefully they get them over pumps running and that level drops. But we had a colossal amount of rain last night, so yeah, they had the pump on all day yesterday, but it's made no difference. I've got a little marker down there. That's where the water level was when I started. That pump run all day and it's still the same place, but there's a lot of water out there to shift to get this level down, so it'll probably take 3 weeks or something of running that pump, and it has to stay dry. But yeah, this is just mental. I've never been on this complex and it has been this quiet. But I think when it's quiet it can make the fishing harder because they just move away from the pressure. You sort of want it half full really, so people are catching them and pushing the fish about, but it certainly makes it more challenging for sure. It doesn't make it easier being empty. But right, I'm going to start slowly packing my kit away, but the bonus this session is the van. It's just there. Look at that. So I can carry on fishing, put the alarm on top of the bivvy and get all my kit in the car, in the van. So happy days. Steady clear up. Right, bivvy's empty. Got loads of bits hanging off my door on my van. Still got the rod back there. And look, the rods are in still. The swans are there, feeding on the overspill from my spod. But yeah, it's been a good session. I've definitely enjoyed it. It's looking like it's going to be a blank, but hey ho, can't catch all the time, can we? So it's any fish this time of year. It's challenging to say the least. On my last video I had an issue with comments, so anyone that was commenting, the minute they came away from my video the comments were getting deleted. One of my pals sort of mentioned he'd commented on my video and no you haven't, and that sort of highlighted an issue, so I was in touch with YouTube and everything's sorted out now. So I wasn't being ignorant to anyone who did put a comment on my last video. Wasn't ignoring you, I just didn't see it, so apologies to anyone who did bother to comment. But I'd like to say thanks to everybody who does comment, who does like the videos, who does watch the videos, who does actually subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you very much. The channel is growing lovely. I should be back out again in about, well, 2 weeks. That's the plan. Another session then, and yeah, weather permitting, because the floods have been putting the kibosh on many sessions for the last few months. It's been difficult, hasn't it? But right, I'll stop waffling. I'll put a subscribe button there. Please subscribe to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. Take care, tight lines. See you on the next one.